this guy called me, and I shouldn't have answered, but you know, and you're like, oh, okay. And he was like, oh my God, why didn't you tell me? I was like, we literally haven't spoken in 2 years. Why would I tell you?
We're breaking down all the highlights from Star Wars The Force Awakens interviews right now on Clevver Newsfeed.
Do you have like a favorite just Star Wars memory in general?
Oh, I remember the relationship that moved me the most was the relationship between C-3PO and R2-D2. They reminded me of the relationship I have with my siblings.
That's
because,
amazing.
you know, they're together all the time and they bicker, and you understand one and you hear from the other through the other one. And then sometimes they don't want to be near each other, but they can't be away from each other for too long.
Just being shown it when I was 6, I mean, it was like opening the door to another world. And a world that continues to be iconic. When I watch those films, that film that I first saw when I was 6, it still looks as great now as it did then. And it happens to be a vision that has touched us in so many ways and made us so passionate and so invested in it.
To be honest, I don't really have one. So this is like, the past 2 years have been a great Star Wars memory.
I would imagine.
I think it was probably through the action figures and toys that I first was exposed to Star Wars. I don't remember the moment I sat down and watched them.
I just remember having a lot of the merchandise, a lot of the toys. I had like a Darth Maul action figure. I had a Han Solo figure, fully posable.
Nice.
Yoda is my favorite character because wise and funny he is.
Oh, there you go.
Thanks.
Reason for favorite character is because Han Solo does not discover the Force. He becomes part of the uncanny version of human element and does drive the story forward with complete stupidity.
Princess Leia. She is a strong woman and has strong independent mindset and good hairstyle.
What is that like, having like one of the biggest secrets in the movie?
It's fun. Because it was motion capture, specifically, I like the idea of playing a role that wasn't limited by my physical circumstances. And yeah, so it was cool and very bizarre to be covered in dots and have these LED lights shining in my face wherever I went.
I was so elated to be in the movie. I was so elated to be a part of it. It's something that I have loved since I was very young, and like most of us, have had such a wonderfully personal relationship with it. Personally, just felt like it meant so very much to me. What I love about this character, though, is not just that she is Star Wars' first female villain, but the choice that has been made with Captain Phasma, I think, is a truly modern one, rather than the way in which we have conventionally related to so many female characters in entertainment.
I'm just like a facial thing of this whole creation and so many people's work into what would make a wonderful character in the story. And for that to be a woman, and for hopefully that to appeal to female and male audiences all over the world is amazing.
It almost seemed as if like your name became like a household name like the moment you got cast. Was that like a roller coaster of experiences? Like, what was that like?
It was weird because I so desperately wanted to tell everyone I knew that I got it, and then suddenly I had 5 minutes before the whole world knew.
Yes, and that's something that attracted me to Finn, and that's why my favorite character of all time is Han Solo in terms of the Star Wars universe.
What I found when I read the script was an interesting story for the character in the context of the other characters and the film overall. And I found an interesting part to play.
Click to the left to check out The Force Awakens spoiler-free review, or to the right to check out Harrison Ford talk about Star Wars.